of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Passion Supernatural Podcast, where we discuss what we think is the best soap opera ever, Passions. How you doing? I'm Joe Velasquez, and with me, as always, is the lovely, beautiful, and friendly Casey Metcalf. Hello, Casey. Glad you're with me again.
Hi. Hey. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing tonight?
Oh, I know I'm doing fine. I know I'm doing fine. Yes, I am. Yeah. So before we start discussing this show, let me just remind you all, we are here to specifically talk about this soap opera that ran from 1999 to 2008, originally on NBC, then exclusively to the 101 network, only on DirecTV. So seize the opportunity to tune in. And just so everyone knows, people, unlike when Passions moved exclusively to DirecTV, we are free, people. Free. Not a dime do you spend. Just log into YouTube, type Passions Supernatural Podcast, and you can watch every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern as Casey and I discuss this beautiful soap. We're out there, man. We're taking over the world. We are out there. Now that we have all that cleared up, how you doing, Casey?
I'm doing good.
Good. That's
Yeah,
good.
just keeping busy with the cats.
Of course, that little cute little kitty is all. Yeah, it's been about the same for me as well. I mean, I'm just being myself, chilling, bored, nothing really to do. So, so basically, I mean, Casey and I, we are still continuing to watch the show and everything. We are still, trying to catch her up with what was sadly its final season and all of that. And so she we've watched, we just finished up the month of November just about a few days ago. We just watched 4 episodes leading all the way through the month of November. So now the next time we get together will be the starting December 2007 with Passions.
So we are getting so close when we see Miguel and Dora to come back.
Yep, we're getting close. Yeah, we just gotta wait for like I said, it takes place on Christmas. On Christmas is when it happens. So we just gotta wait for actual Christmas. And once that comes up, that's when they should be making their grand return. And that's when things start to get good for me at least. That's when I start really liking it, is once they come back, because that's when the storylines start to pick up. So we, like I said, we've seen a number of things as of now. I mean, as I might have mentioned like 1 or 2 episodes ago, that so far what we had watched and everything, it seemed like the character of Pretty and Alistair, they had gotten little screen time. I'm not sure, ever since we started watching It's moved to DirecTV, they were still on the show, but not very much screen time until just recently when Casey and I watched 4 episodes. We finally got to catch up with them and everything, and oh boy, yeah, do they really got a storyline here now, Pretty and Alistair. They are really, I mean, Pretty is not just trying to ruin her sister Fancy, who what was it she did again? Scarred her face, or so we think that is. So
yeah,
so Pretty says that is, and all that. So I mean, we'll have to find out later on if that's true or not, or if she's just whatever. So and Alistair is he's still trying to ruin, pretty much everybody in Harmony. He's really trying to ruin everyone, and so he's using Pretty as of right now. And what have we seen so far, Casey? I mean, what have we seen so far of what's going on?
Alistair wants Louise to have sex with Pretty, to get her pregnant.
Yep. Yep. Getting her
And
knocked up. Yes.
and Louise was up in something, a door or something, and he got electrocuted and he fell on the ground. He was conscious for a little bit, and then he thought um Fancy was around,
Mm.
and he made out with Pretty.
Yeah. Pretty is somebody who doesn't really. Yeah. She takes her chances. She's not afraid to take chances. Yeah. Yeah. Um. So as of right now, apparently Luis has turned up missing and everything, and Fancy and Sheridan are both trying to find him. And I think Sheridan is kind of using Spike as some sort of a way to find Luis or whatever. Yeah, so Spike's back in the game again or whatever, causing more mischief.
And Spike got stabbed in the neck, I guess.
Oh, I must have not been paying attention for that part. I don't remember that. I guess I wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the neck,
Mm,
and then he say, "Oh, I'm in pain right now. Oh, I focusing on my pain on my neck."
mm. Yeah, I must have not been paying attention for that part. I don't remember that. Hmm.
Mm,
Huh. Yeah, and I mean, again, Tabitha is still, doing everything she can to cause evil just to get Endora
and
back.
door back. Yep.
Kay really hasn't done anything to get Miguel back, neither good nor bad. She really hasn't done anything. She's just pretty much trying to stop Tabitha, not even thinking. I'm like thinking, doesn't she realize that her fiance is burning in hell? Shouldn't she be doing something? I mean, all these months have gone by, and shouldn't she be trying something instead of trying to stop Tabitha? She's got a
Yep.
fiance burning down there for who knows how many months. I mean, it's not like he's getting any, you know. Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot going on, and I mean, Casey and I we're gonna keep on watching and everything. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna catch her up, people. So hey, don't be spoiling it for her, people. Shh. My co-host here, we can't have any spoilers on her, but
Nope.
but we and also I actually happen to have well, I happen to have some semi good news for everybody. I thought we might discuss while I'm here, while we're here today and everything. It's still kind of up in the air and everything. So everybody, so don't jump. But as I have been saying at the end of every show and everything, we're trying our very, 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 very hardest. We are trying to get Passion's cast members to guest appear on the show so that we could talk to them and everything. And as I said, we're working on it. Well, while working on it, we've managed to sort of come to some things. I've heard back from a few people, and I thought I might mention a little bit. I have actually heard from Noah Dylan Fergus. He has actually answered back. He told me let's look into next month because he said that this month he's very swamped. So people, I'm gonna reach out to him next month and let's see what he says. Unfortunately, this is unfortunately not the most happiest news, but Silvana Arias, who played the first Paloma, originally she said that she would love to help out with a few, but unfortunately now she says that she can't. She says that she works for a company, and the company at work told her that she can't do it. So I don't know if we'll hear anything from Anya Geelan, who played the second Paloma on DirecTV. I mean, I haven't really heard anything from her since Passions ended. No messages, no anything. I haven't heard of her doing anything new or anything, so I don't know if we'll hear from her. But but um but Silvana says that she can't now. But she did say, here's something though. She did say that she would reach out to a few people for us and let them know what's going on. Where the very day that she told me that she couldn't do the show, that she was not going to be able to do the show, she said that she was going to reach out to Ava Tamargo, who played Pilar, and she may try James Hyde, who played Sam. She said that she'll reach out to those people. She said that she talks to them all the time. She said that she'll reach out to them and let them know. So I'm like, that's great. But other people that I've actually heard from is I actually got I got an email from Danny Woodburn. Some of you may remember him as the Demon Elf and all. That's
Yep.
right. Yep, our little guy Danny.
I remember him on the show.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually emailed me back. The last I heard, I don't know what's going on this very present moment, but the last that he mentioned to me in the email was that he is out in London filming filming something out there, and there's a time difference, like a 4 or 5 hour time difference. So he said for me to reach out to him in October, just like Dylan Fergus did, and he said if we can work something, he said we'll see if we can work something out. So Danny Woodburn, for all we know, we may have our little demon elf on here. Let's hope he doesn't cause any mischief for us on here. And yeah, and the last person that I've heard from, which is probably the closest to us having something of a set date, is the last person I've heard from is Don Swabby, how do you pronounce his last
That's
name?
Chad.
Yep, as Chad
Yep.
number 1. Yep, the first
Yep.
Chad and everything. He got back to me, and I can actually pull it up right here. Actually, he said to me, so that I'm repeating it back to you guys. He actually said, when I asked him if he would be available, for the give me a second, let me see.
The podcast.
When I asked him if he'd be, I mean, today's the what? Today's the 20th. When I
Yep.
when I asked him if he would be available for the next recording that me and Casey record, he said he's not available for that day, but he did say that just reading the message here for you all, he said that he might be available on October 11th next month, for the next recording and everything. And he said that if he doesn't get any work on that day, he should be available. So for all we know, I mean, he's like the closest we have right now to having a guarantee. We're good to go as long as he doesn't get any work on that day. He said that he will. He said that day, as long as he doesn't get any work, but he said that we'll play it by ear. And he basically said, he said that he would get back to me when it gets closer and everything, and I'll check with him when it gets closer to the 11th. I'll get back to him as well and say, okay, can you, be online at this time and everything that me and Casey get on here to record, and let's pray for it all. Maybe Chad number 1 will be our first guest appearance on here, y'all.
Yep.
Let's all hope for it. But yeah, so we've got a few, chances. I mean, haven't really heard from anybody else or anything. So
I
but
want Eric Mussoff
love to get Eric.
and Lindsay Hartley on there. They're my favorite, of course. With Ethan
yeah.
and Teresa.
I hear that and well, I mean, obviously, yeah, as I told you, I've met Eric a lot of times, mostly I met him twice in person and many times on Zoom and everything. He's a real fun-loving guy. He's really, really, really a fun guy and everything. I've heard, and the way that he acted when I've spoken to him, he's really, really, really outgoing and very fun and loves to party. Just loves to have a good time. So he would be something, but unfortunately he is somebody that someone that doesn't check private messages on Instagram, I hear. So I'm not entirely sure. I mean, a friend of mine says that I should reach out to these people's supervisors, but I don't have a clue of how to reach out to these people's supervisors and all that stuff. I don't know how to do that stuff. If I knew, I'd do it. So if I knew, I'd do it in a heartbeat and everything and see what I need to do and all that stuff. So yeah. But yeah, there's definitely something. I still haven't really heard anything, from any fans, if you know what I mean. So once again, all of you fans out there watching the show, if you would love to appear on here with us and discuss passions, leave it in the comments section below and everything. Either me or Casey, one of us will get a hold of you. You just got to leave your, I mean, don't give us your phone number or anything like
No, not online.
no, not online. Don't be leaving your phone number or anything like that, but just leave us your social media, whether you have Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or WhatsApp or
TikTok.
TikTok. Thank you, Casey. Any of those kinds of things and everything. Just and your name. Be sure you leave your and unfortunately you got to leave your full name. That's the only way we'll be able to find you is if you leave your full name in there and just leave it in the comment section below, and we'll somehow reach out to you and we'll see if we can make it a possibility. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to have you on here and welcome you to the Passions family. So
Mm.
so yeah, so I haven't really heard anything about. I've messaged a few people that I know, and I still haven't heard anything. So, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we just have to wait
Yeah,
and just pray that somebody will come on.
and hopefully, the more guest appearances we get, hopefully we will, make the show even better. We'll have more stuff
Yeah,
to talk about. I mean, instead of it just being the two of us all the time and everything, hopefully getting a guest star on here, this could be something to boost this baby up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um, so I mean, Casey and I, we've been doing some talking and such and everything about various different things to discuss and everything. Because I mean, the show's been off the air for years and everything. And like I said,
Yeah.
we are just catching Casey up on the show and all that stuff. Trying to get her caught up and yada yada yada. So we just we've been discussing a few things to talk on here, and yes, I know we have mentioned a lot of times, like I don't know, maybe almost every episode that we've done so far, we've always talked about how badly we want the show back and everything. And I've already told you the little information that I do know that I've learned from Mackenzie Westmore and whoever else about what. However, Casey and I decided to basically, to discuss what we think, if Passions was to come back, like what would it be like? What could possibly happen? What could possibly happen and everything, because I mean again, I mean if we're gonna pick it, I mean if the show's gonna pick up, I mean I don't want to give Casey any spoilers, even though she saw the what the final episode was like, she still doesn't know everything leading up to that. So I don't want to give any spoilers, to Casey, but there are certain things and everything, that we would have to think about, and the writers and the producers and the directors, and they would all need to really, really, really think long and hard. How could they possibly bring the show back and everything? I mean, as of right now, I don't know about you, Casey. I don't know what you would think, but as of right now, the only way that I could actually think about the show coming back is if they brought it as like reruns, is if they just redid the entire soap from the very beginning, just aired it on streaming like Netflix or Hulu or something like that. Just air it on Netflix or something like that in better quality than what we have on YouTube. That's the only way that I can think of. I mean, I don't know, because I mean, as I've mentioned a number of times, we've lost Julian Ben Masters, and we've lost
Alice Gould.
Rebecca Andrea Evans, and all that, and so, and without, I'm not going to spoil it. Once again, I have to keep repeating that so that Casey knows. Not ruin it for you, sweetheart. I um we've lost a fair number of people, and everything who were on the show. A number of actors have passed away. I think it's okay to actually say this. We've lost Alistair, John Riley. He's no longer with us now.
Ben
Not to,
Masters.
yep. What's that?
And Ben Masters as Julian.
As I mentioned, like I said, yes. So Ben Masters, Julian, Andrea Evans, Rebecca, John Riley, Alistair. Though I really think it would be about time to retire Alistair anyway. Even if John Riley was still alive, I think it would be of that time to just retire the character because they need a new danger, if you know what I mean. They need new evil and stuff. If they want to bring back Vincent, that's fine. But Alistair had been around since season one, if you know what I mean. Even
Yeah.
though we didn't see his face, we still knew of him. We heard his voice. We knew he was somebody that was evil. Vincent came along later. If they want to bring Vincent back, that's fine. But or even Spike for that matter, to wrap up his story since his story is never completed. But I think Alistair's been around for way too long. I think it would be about time to just get rid of him once and for all or whatever and just find a new evil to conquer Harmony. But there's stuff like that and everything. But we've lost a fair number of people. And it would just be they would really need to think long and hard. They would need to either make some recasts or they would need to find a way to explain their absences. Um so I don't know about you, Casey. I don't know if you would have any ideas, but all I can think about is just bringing it back as reruns. I can't think of it as like a spin-off slash sequel. I don't know how they would do it. I don't know if you have any ideas.
Well, they can do the show again, but the kills that pass away won't be in the show
Yeah,
because, like Full House, like we said,
like we've said,
like the,
yes.
like Bob Saget, he passed away,
Yeah,
and
that's probably one of the hardest for that show. Yeah,
yeah, this is not related to passion, but
it's
I'm
okay.
just saying.
It's an example exactly, and I mean, and of course, we've obviously lost Timmy, but they were still able to continue the show without Josh Ryan Evans. They just brought his spirit along with the show and everything, and they kept mentioning him and they kept bringing him up constantly and stuff like that and everything. And um, so um, yeah, I mean, there's just several actors, they're no longer with us, and where the show left off, it's just obvious that they can't pick it up right at the church where the show left off. They can't pick it up right then and there. This would have to be like several years later. This would need to be several years later and all that stuff. The kids would need to be aged and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, and and that would include little Ethan and Dora. He wouldn't be little Ethan anymore. So, and stuff like that. So, um, but and like I said, that they would need to really really find reasons for why these people are not around or recast them, which I think for Julian that would be a little bit difficult to recast Julian. Ben Masters is Julian, the same way that they can't recast, they can't recast Stefano on Days of Our
Days
Lives
of Our
or
Lives.
yeah, they can't recast him, and they can't. There are a lot of actors that they just can't recast and everything. I think that they can. I think they could recast Rebecca because you have to remember Andrea Evans was the recast. She took over for Maureen McCormick and everything, and I actually preferred Maureen McCormick over Andrea and all that. I'm not saying get Maureen McCormick back. I wish they would because it would be great to see Marsha Brady back and doing evil again.
Mm.
But she's no longer goody goody Marsha Brady anymore. She's now the evil of Harmony, and something like that. But I mean, but I think they could find somebody to take over her if they wanted to bring the character back. Um, and stuff like that. That's even if they choose to bring Gwen and Rebecca back, period. Because I mean, they are the villains of what's going on right now and everything. And we all know somehow the evil has to be defeated at some point. So who knows? That depends on if Gwen and Rebecca come back at all. Um, I mean, we could say that they're serving prison out of Harmony or something like that, and that's why they're not back or something. But I don't know. I mean, it's just so hard to really, really, really think how in the world would they bring this beautiful show back? I mean, for how badly we want it back, we just don't know how they could do it because, again, the show lost so many people.
Yep.
The aging really isn't the problem. If the characters needed to age, that's fine. People age in shows and then they still make returns all the time. But if you're dead, yeah, you really got to
You
think
can't,
hard.
yeah.
You got to think hard. Is it a character that you can actually recast, or is it a character that needs to be gone somehow? Whether the character is dead too, or if they just left Harmony or something, you know? I mean,
Mm.
and not to mention, I even a number of the actors, I'll just come right out and I'll just say this. Even a number of the characters that left the show, such as like Whitney and stuff like that, they left the show before the show came to an ending. By the end of the show, if you really think about it, by the end of the show, Eve was the only Russell still on the show. There were no other Russells still on by the end except for Eve. Everybody else had
Oh,
left. I mean, TC and Simone and Whitney, they were all gone. And um, so I was just gonna mention or whatever. I know Whitney Brooke Kerr. She's on General Hospital, so I mean, I don't know if she would, even if they wanted to bring Whitney back, I don't know if she would have the time or whatever. And so,
how she
yeah,
can work that out.
what's that?
How she can work that out. Being
Yeah,
on General
exactly.
Hospital and then go back to Parsons. I mean, that'd be hard to do.
I mean, I know that a lot of actors are able to like have a temporary absence from their original soap to go do another one temporarily, but they're only, but like I said, it's only temporary. It's not a full-time thing or whatever. They just go there for the time and then they go back and all that stuff. It happens all the time. And I also understand that there are I would have to ask my friend or whatever, but I think that there might be some soap actors that do more than one show. I just don't know for sure or whatever. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there are some soap actors that do. I think there's some that can do more than one. I just, like I said, my biggest concern would just be Galen and Eric. How in the world would they actually leave Salem to go back to Harmony, or would they be able to find a way that I don't know their shooting hours. I don't know what hours they film and everything. So, um, yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's difficult to really really think hard. You can want it back very very badly, but you don't know how they can make it a possibility. And I'll be honest, I really don't think that that's up to the fans. I think that's up to the writers and the producers and all that. They're the only ones that can say how they can bring a show back.
Mm.
um, yeah, but we've lost a few, sadly. And they would also, I'll be honest with you, they would also need a very, very, very good, like a really, really good creator for a new season since James E. Riley has passed away and everything, and he's no
Yeah.
longer. I mean, he not only did Passions, he did Days of Our Lives, and Days is still going and everything. But I mean, James is what made Passions, beautiful. I mean, he really really made it something very very different. So without him, I'm wondering what they would decide to do. Would they be able to continue James's campy, unrealistic vision, or would they try to make it darker? I wonder, and make it less campy and less, like that, and try to make it darker and stuff like that. I mean, it's already one thing with the witchcraft and everything, and there are some people out there with religious beliefs and all that stuff, and they refuse. I could be wrong, but I think that that's why Deanna Wright, who was the second K, who played the second version of K. I think that's why I just read somewhere that she had left the show because of religious differences or whatever. That she had certain religion and all that, and with the show having witchcraft, and then Heidi Murray, Heidi Muller at the time, took over. So I don't know if that's necessarily true. That's just what I've read. So um,
That could be a possibility.
yeah,
Maybe she can't do it normal because, you know, her beliefs and everything.
yeah, there are some actors out there that choose that they don't want to, they just up and quit and everything because they have certain beliefs and everything, and all that stuff. I've known I've known a number of different kind of TV shows and such where the actors don't quit necessarily, but it's like it will be written for a character to do something or whatever, but because the actor has different beliefs and all that stuff, they will either like refuse to do it. They will say, no, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing that. You'll have to find somebody else to do that, but I'm not doing that. I don't believe in that stuff and all that.
Right.
Sometimes they might just refuse to do it. Sometimes they will just not appear for that episode. And some of them quit. Some of them will just walk off the set and refuse to do it because they don't believe in that stuff. I mean, kind of a kind of a ridiculous kind of a ridiculous suggestion or whatever, like a weird example. But I mean, look at Isaac Hayes on South Park. I know it's kind of a ridiculous one, but it's the best one that can come to my mind. He just simply quit during one specific episode where they made fun of something that of his beliefs or whatever and all that, and he walked off the set, and his character was killed off later on. Stuff like that. And I know that it's happened on like The Facts of Life, where an actress refused to do something because of her beliefs and everything. She stayed on the show, she just didn't appear in that episode, and refused to do the storyline. So they wrote that storyline for another character on the show instead. Um, yeah, there are a lot of actors out there, and I think when it comes to religious beliefs, I don't think that that's necessarily being a diva. Compared to other people, I don't think that that's being a diva. I think that that's pretty realistic for saying no. Some actors, they will not do it, plain and simple. But again, I don't know if that's why Deanna Wright left. I really do not know. That's just what I've read. I don't. I mean, I can't find anything online on her. I can't find anything new on her. She's somebody that's very difficult for me to even invite to be on here, if you know what I mean, because I can't even find her on Instagram. So I have no idea of where she is. Not to mention every time I type in Deanna Wright, there are lots of people who have that name. So it's so hard
Yeah,
to find which one is her. So
there's a lot of uh, everybody in the world have the same name, last name.
yeah.
There's all there's all kinds of Casey Metcalfs in the world, not just me. Because I look up my name before. There's like what, two, three people
I've
with
only
my
found
name.
like I've only found like one or two Joseph Velasquez's, but the majority of them, like I said, only like one or two. But the ones that I found, the way they spell Velasquez is different than mine. They have S's in their name, whereas mine is spelled with two Z's.
And
So,
there's a guy named Casey Metcalf too. I look up before on Facebook.
yeah,
Oh, there's a guy with my name.
yep, yeah. There's a lot of them out there. Yes. Um. So I don't know. I'm actually kind of surprised. I guess the actors that were on Passions, I'll be honest with you, back in the day when NBC dropped them and DirecTV picked them up, I guess the actors must have really, really, really loved being on the show, having the majority of the cast come back for its move to DirecTV. Once again, I know Silvana Ari is left and they had a new Paloma, and I know that the actor playing Miguel at the time, he decided to leave and they had to recast him. But pretty much everybody came back. They must have really, really, really loved their jobs in order to continue going and all that stuff. I mean, well, and as we've already mentioned and everything, Charles Divins decided not to, so they just killed him. And the same thing with Mark Weistrack, who played Fox. He didn't want to renew his contract, so they killed him too, and all that stuff. But still, I mean, Ethan, Teresa, Kay, Tabitha, Luis, Sheridan, and Fancy, and Dora, um, Gwen, Rebecca, they all, Pretty, Alistair, Pilar, they all said, yeah, we're coming back. Father Lonigan, they
Mm,
all said, yeah, we'll continue on to direct TV. I'm like,
mm,
dang, I'm surprised they got as many as they did. I kind of feel bad for some of those. I feel bad for some of the replacements though, for the ones that took over for Paloma and Miguel and stuff like that, because they were only there for only one lousy season. Here they get cast in this great show, and it's only there for just one season, and then DirecTV says we're canceling you. Feel kind of bad for those actors when that happens. They get this great opportunity, and it only lasts only one season.
yep. They get into it and then they love the show and
Yeah.
now they have to go.
I actually remember when Passions Live was going on. I remember when Lindsay Hartley was on there. Somebody had asked Lindsay Hartley, "What do you plan to do after Passions?" And she gave a brief little thing on what she would like to do and everything, but she ended it with, the real question is, when is after Passions? I mean, we don't know when Passions is going to end. Little did she have any idea it was right
Mm,
around the corner.
mm,
I mean, that was really like a sad moment there for when I heard that. I'm like thinking, man, she really has no clue. It's like right around the corner of when the show would be over and all that. And she's like, this show could go on for years. When is After Passions? Right there, sweetheart, right there. The show ended pretty quickly, but not very. I mean, for Lindsay, she had a big future ahead of her. She's still making it huge today. I mean, again, briefly was on Days of Our Lives, went on to All My Children. Every once in a while she would take over for Sam on General Hospital, but now the character of Sam is killed off on General Hospital, so like that. And she does a lot of Hallmark and a lot of Lifetime films, so she ain't bored. Even with Passions gone, she's got a future out there. So I get a
yeah.
feeling she would definitely. I get a feeling though that if Passions was to come back, I know she would definitely come back because from everything that I've seen, like I said, Days of Our Lives, she was only on there until they killed her off. For All My Children, she was there until All My Children got canceled. But um, but but and like I said, she would kind of come and go on General Hospital whenever they needed a whenever Kelly, whatever her last name is, who played Sam, needed to temporarily leave, she would come on and she would temporarily play Sam. But now the character of Sam is killed on General Hospital. And I'm just noticing, I mean, yeah, she's doing great directing and acting and producing these Hallmark and Lifetime movies, but I just get a big feeling that if Passions was to come back, I'm sure she'd sign on immediately because it would be something that she would be on permanently. I mean, would they really kill off Teresa Winthrop? I mean, would they? I
Mm,
mean, she'd be on there
mm,
permanently, if you know what I mean. So that would give her something to do over and over and over again. I'm sure she would be one of those cast members that would just sign on in a heartbeat because as of right now, she's just doing Hallmark and Lifetime movies and stuff like that. She goes on, she does a movie, and then when that ends, it ends and everything. Whereas if Passions returned and they brought the original characters back, I can bet you almost anything she would probably sign on just like that.
yep.
Yeah, because she's still going and she's still, active and everything.
And her daughter is all grown up now.
I haven't seen any of her and Justin Hartley's kids. I know they're no longer married, but I know they have kids together, but I've not seen any of their kids.
I think they only have one together.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. Yeah. It kind of makes me wonder a little bit. It just kind of makes me think like if they were to announce, a Passions bring back, who would come back? I mean, like I said, who would want to sign up just like that? If you know, what I mean, like I said, I get a big feeling Lindsay would do it just like that and everything. And Mackenzie has already said that she and Galen have already made it clear they will only come back if they can find some sort of a way to put Luis and Sheridan together and everything. And so I
Yeah.
um I would not like that. I love Luis and Fancy. I just love Luis and Fancy, but I know that the world would. That's why I don't know if I've mentioned this, but that's why so many people want Mackenzie Westmore to go join Days of Our Lives and everything because they think, well, she didn't get to end up with Luis, maybe she can end up with Rafe. Like
Mm.
that or whatever. So maybe she can become Galen's love interest on Days of Our Lives instead or whatever. That's why so many people want her on there. And I actually think that with the character of Nicole gone, I think that maybe Mackenzie Westmore could take over as the character of Nicole. She could be the recast, but um, because I've always saw Nicole as the Sheridan character. So, but um, it's just a really it's just a hard thing to really, really, really think about of who would want to come back, who would say, no, I'm not really interested. I really don't see what more they could do with the show. I don't know what people would say. I'm retired. I really don't feel like coming back I know that there are a lot of actors that went into retirement, but then they were able to get them to come out of retirement to reprise their roles for other shows and stuff like that. And but really, 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 really makes you think, and it makes you wonder who would come back and who would say no. And then if they said no, how would they work around it? I mean,
Yeah.
I've yet to really hear of any I've yet to really hear of any shows or whatever that got like spin-off shows that would just be announced that they were going to come back and then they would get canceled before the show could even start because of people not coming back. I haven't heard of very many of those. I mean, I know of like this one TV show that also starred Blair Redford, who takes over as Miguel this season. He's my favorite Miguel. The
Yeah.
Lion Game that went for 2 seasons, and for the third season, it got canceled on a cliffhanger because um because the actress who played the main character, basically she played both twins or whatever who were the main characters of the Lion Game for the third season. She was the only one that signed on for a third season. Nobody else signed their contracts, including Blair. So that's why the show got canceled, and it got
There's
canceled on
not
a
enough
cliffhanger.
people.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've heard of that, but I've never heard of any spin-offs of that ever happening. Of like just because they couldn't get enough of the originals to come back, then they said we're just not going to be able to do it. I've yet to hear that. And I've definitely, like I said, I've definitely heard of a number of reunion shows that have gotten canceled before they got. Look, poor Lizzie McGuire. They filmed 2 episodes, and then we'll probably never see those 2 episodes ever and everything. They filmed them, and we'll probably never see them and everything.
And the movie
What's that?
and the Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh well, that's out there. Everybody loves the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah, yeah. I'm talking
Yeah.
about they filmed
The
two
TV show.
episodes of the reunion, and we'll never see them. Yeah.
Nope.
So I haven't really seen any reunions like that. Usually the majority of the reunions that I've heard that were coming back, they've usually gone through and they were either successful or not successful. I mean there was a reboot of Beverly Hills 90210. It only got one season because fans gave it the finger and all that. They didn't like it. I didn't really care for it myself, but it only got only one season. Obviously, there's Fuller House. Fuller House got several seasons. That was definitely a
5 seasons.
success. Yeah, that was definitely a
Yeah.
success. They just chose to end it or whatever. I mean,
I hear it's coming back.
really?
Yeah. I seen it on Facebook the other day. They going to come back.
Oh, well, I wonder how they'll do that without the father, Danny Tanner, Bob Saget. I wonder how they'll do that. Um, but like that, there was that obviously, and I mean, they've already pretty much have said that there will never be a
And
yeah,
Dave with his last name that played as Joey,
Dave
he got
Coulier.
canceled.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard about that one. I heard
And
about
he
that.
got canceled, and
But I
I
think
don't
he's
know how
doing
they
better now.
uh
At least I think, yeah. They've already said several times that there will never be a spin-off of or anything of Everybody Loves Raymond, because just like I said earlier with Passions, they have lost way too many of the cast members that it wouldn't even be the same show. They say that there may be a time where the surviving cast members may get together for something, but there will never be a reunion spin-off or anything like that, because way too many of the cast members are no longer with us and it just wouldn't be the same. um there's just, I'm looking around. Saved by the Bell got a spin-off on Peacock that really wasn't that successful. It only lasted a short time. I didn't even really watch that as far, and I liked the original and the spin-offs that followed it, but it that one didn't do very well from what I see. It only lasted maybe like what a certain number of seasons and then got canceled. Um,
the
so
Brady Bunch, um, they reunited.
yeah, I love those spin-offs. So yes, I actually have those on DVD, those spin-offs and everything. Yeah, the show called The Brady's, which went for only 6 episodes and then got canceled. That was their last. That was their last everybody together reunion and everything. And after that, anything that they just haven't done any more spin-offs of that since then. But yeah, I have all those on
Just
DVD.
the mom passed away.
She was the most recent one.
Yeah,
Yeah, Henderson. Yeah.
I
Uh,
remember that.
yeah.
Was around Thanksgiving when she passed of because I remember it was around Thanksgiving when I heard about her passing that
Yeah,
time.
I heard. Yeah, my ex-wife told me about her passing, and I looked it up and everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of shows and everything, that I've just, that I mean, they either do great or they're not so good. And I really don't think you would consider all those years that Power Rangers have been on the air. I don't think you would consider them spin-offs. I think you would consider them continuations or whatever, like the show now. I mean, I know the continuity show is over now, and they've said that when they bring it back, it will be a fresh new show. It will not be canon to everything that we know and love to this day. It's not going to be canon anymore. But I mean, I'm going to be very strict on that with how much I love the Rangers. I'm going to be very strict on that. So,
I
um,
remember the last time I was watching Power Rangers was at my sister's house, Because my nephews was watching Power Rangers on Netflix, and I
Yeah.
watched it with him.
Oh, and how could I forget? iCarly got a spin-off as well. That I really don't know if that was successful or not because it did end on a cliffhanger, which a lot of fans were furious about, but it was on for a while, like 3 or 4 seasons. I think it was three, but I want to say four at the same time. But it still ended on a cliffhanger, and no matter what, that was still a good run. I just don't know if it was a success or not, having it end on a cliffhanger. But Miranda Cosgrove did say that Miranda Cosgrove has said that they were in talks of a movie to wrap the show up and everything so that it wouldn't be a cliffhanger anymore. So that's a good sign. They should do that for all of these shows that ended on cliffhangers. They should make movies to wrap them up. I mean, Saved by the Bell did that. Saved by the Bell, the college years ended on a note that not many fans were thrilled with, so they made a movie to wrap it up and stuff like that. And so, but like I said, if Passions was to come back, I don't know. I mean, whether they decide to make it darker or keep it campy the way that I feel that it should be, I just don't know if people would tune in. I mean, that's kind of from what I understand, from what I am to understand, that might be. I think that was the reason why DirecTV, like
Cancel it.
yeah, was because it was getting less viewers the longer it was on. The final season didn't get that very many viewers and stuff like that. And so I
Right.
think that's what I've read. But um but it just makes me really, really think to myself, the show got very less viewings for the final season. And so would it be successful as a spin-off? Oof, really makes you shake. You could be waiting so many years for your favorite show to come back, and then it does come back, but it doesn't make it very far. I mean, I was so
No.
happy when iCarly came back. I was so incredibly happy. I was like, I love iCarly, and now it's back, and then it gets canceled right there on a freaking cliffhanger. It just, ugh. You waited so long just for your show to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Passions, for how much we love it, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And um, we'll just have to wait and see what happens and see if it, ever does get that reunion that it to get that spinoff that it deserves, and who will come back, and what it will be like, and what direction they'll decide to take it.
Like I say, Tabitha, she's what, in her 80s maybe?
She's somebody else I'm concerned about. I mean, I'm really, really, really. I mean, yeah, I know that Juliette Lewis.
Juliet,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know that despite her age, she's very, very, very energetic. Despite her age, she's still quite active, and she still has a lot of
Outgoing,
energy in
yeah.
her. Yeah, she still has a lot. I don't know what she's doing right now, if you know what I mean. I don't know if she's doing anything, but she's still very, 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 very active and still has a lot of energy in her body and everything, and very, very, very healthy and stuff like that. But I still, I'm still shaking a little bit, like, oh man, oh man, oh man, is she gonna be the next one that we hear has passed away? It's just like I constantly keep on thinking to myself, oh man, is the month going to come when we hear that amazing legendary actor Dick Van Dyke has passed away? I mean, just I'm a nervous wreck on that. If he can make it till December, he'll make it to 100 years old. In December, he'll be 100. He was really, oh man, he was amazing when he appeared temporarily on Days of Our Lives. Oh man, that was a really big thing, hearing that he was going to be joining Days of Our Lives temporarily. I fell in love. I was like, oh man, there he is, Bert from Mary Poppins, and Potts from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and Cecil from Night at the Museum. Oh, I mean, there he is on this amazing soap opera, and he's playing an old man with amnesia.
Mm.
Yeah. that's gonna really destroy the world when he dies. That is gonna like, oh man, that's gonna be the end of the world. It was already really, really devastating when we lost Angela Lansbury, but I mean, Dick Van Dyke. Oh, I'm a huge fan of his. I mean, just I want to be like him someday, but I doubt I ever will. But you know what I mean.
Like Punky Brewster. You remember who? Punky Brewster, that girl with pigtails, that TV show. I always wanted to be like her.
Really?
Yep, I was like 5 years old, watched her
No,
show.
I can't say ever. No, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Um, she forget her real name, but she knows Alan Calder's sister, Angel,
Oh,
and she was with Angel when she did the for Aaron and stuff, the mental illness awareness
hmm,
thing. Yeah. Oh, that movie they made too about
right.
Aaron. Yeah.
Huh. No, I never. I don't think I. No, I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, that's Punky Brewster.
There's actually a lot of actors on Passions that I want to be like because I mean they really, it seemed I was told by my mother years ago when I very first got into Passions, since it was my very first soap opera that I ever watched. My mom actually said that a lot of actors they get their big breaks on soap operas. That's what she told me. That's where they get started. I don't know if that's actually true, but that's just what she said. So, um, and a lot of those actors that were on Passions I had never heard of prior to Passions. I had no idea who they were. I mean, Eric Martsolf has already made it very, very, very clear he's only done two soap operas, and those were Passions and Days. He's only done two. So, um, and I don't know if you knew this or whatever, but Eric Martsolf is he's a musical theater Broadway person. I don't know if you knew that or whatever. Yeah, he's a singer. He's a really good
Mm.
singer at that. He's done Broadway. I mean, he did Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat on Broadway as the Pharaoh. He said that he said that when he was younger as a dare he auditioned for Grease and he ended up getting the lead of Danny Zuko even though he only auditioned to because he was dared to. It wasn't like he planned to go in there and actually get the lead and all that stuff. And so um and I've heard him sing. He's really, really, really good. He's amazing a singer. A lot of times whenever he does conventions and stuff, people always want him to sing something, and you can find him singing in like that. I don't know what these things are. I really don't, but they seem to have this like they'll have like a number of actors from like days of the male actors from Days of Our Lives. They'll have like this concert singing thing. I don't know what it is, but they will have them appear there. He's almost in all of them because
Like a musical.
no, it's more like a concert than it is a musical. It's where like a bunch
Uh,
of these guys from Days of Our Lives. I'll have to like really look it up to let you know what it is. But
just like Ron Moss from Young and the Restless. I think Young and the Restless. Ron Moss. I met him one time before at a concert. He's a single too. He's in the band plus he acts. He
right.
came up to me and he like, "Oh, you Ron Moss? Oh my gosh!" I told him that my mom watches, Young and the Restless and
Mm.
stuff, and he signed an autograph for me. And I called my mom and told her, "Guess who I went into? Ron Moss from Guy and Law. I think he's from Guy and Light. If I remember. Yeah,
I
he
I don't
sings.
remember I don't remember what soap he's from. My roommate would know because she's the one that told me. But we saw this one guy. I don't even remember his name. I do apologize, but we did meet somebody from a soap opera in the musical of Tuck Everlasting when it was on Broadway. When we saw it on its closing matinee. He played
Mm.
Angus Tuck, and he was from a soap opera. I just don't
Don't remember who it was.
who he was or what soap. Part of me wants to say that it might have been Young and the Restless, or it might have been Guiding Light. I really can't remember.
I did have a picture of me and him,
And I got a picture with me and him too.
but I had on my old phone a long time ago, and I had to get rid of that phone.
Right.
Yeah,
I
Good.
It's actually quite interesting to actually know that a number of actors from Passions or whatever are actually singers or whatever. I mean, Eric Martsolf and Lindsay Hartley, they sing and everything. Liza Huber has already made it say that when she was younger, she did musical theater, but she can't sing and everything. She
Mm.
says Mackenzie Westmore has said in her live chats that she does have a singing voice and she can sing and stuff. So yeah, I mean, Lindsay Hartley is like, I've listened to her sing on YouTube.
Me
I'm
too.
blown away with her voice. Holy cow, I can't believe it. I've heard Eric, but Lindsay I only heard sing a little bit. I didn't know she had those chops. So but actually, you know what, I hate to say this, but that's all the time we have. That's it. That's it for the show today. We're all done here, people. So all right, yeah. So thank you so much. Now be sure to join us next Sunday when Casey and I continue our talks of Passions. Hopefully sometime soon we'll have some cast members or fans of the show joining us, especially now that we finally got some answers for a few, huh, Casey?
Yep, let's hope so.
Yeah, let's really hope so. So next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern, only on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe and put your comments in the comment section down below. And so everybody, we appreciate you all once again. We all enjoy this. This is a lot of fun. Casey, I thank you for joining me and everything. I hope you had a good time as well, as you seem to always do. And
Yep.
and so everybody take care. God bless. See you all next weekend. I'm Joe Velasquez.
And Casey Metcalf.
And remember, everyone, you are our passion for life. Thank you. Great job, people. All right, that's it. All right. Well, goodbye, everybody. Thank you. See you all next Sunday. God bless, everybody.